as you're scaling up, I get at a small firm, right? Like you have the same 4 or 5 people and it's kind of easy and everyone remembers everything. But as you scale up, how do you think about org design to deliver that experience? Because there's multiple ways to do org design. You can have people specialize in different parts of the process. You can have single points of contact. You can have some combination of how do you think about org design in creating a great customer experience?
We're going through that ourselves. Based on customer feedback, we realized we have too many people touching the client. So we're rebuilding things so they have one individual person who will work with them from being retained all the way through settlement. However, we complement that with certain people who require specific expertise. So if we're going to prepare a client for a deposition, that requires a specific expertise. And you deal with that by saying, I'm going to introduce you to someone who's going to be calling you. This is why they're calling you. You're not just getting a random phone call and you don't know who the person is, especially in this age where people are really concerned about getting spam calls or getting tricked. Give them a heads up. So-and-so from this department is going to call you and they're going to talk about this. Other things like describing the settlement and how it was reached and why we are recommending it. That also, it needs to come from an attorney, not a case manager, because there's so much information that would require an attorney's expertise. But again, you want it to prepare them for this call. And so we're moving, I would call it a hybrid, where we do have people with specific area of expertise, but otherwise try to reduce the number of people touching the client so it's not so confusing to them as to why is someone else calling me, what happened to so-and-so. That will frustrate them. But again, with enough communication, we'll bridge that.
Right. So it sounds like more of a quarterback model, for lack of a better word, where it's like one point of contact, but they can be like, all right, you need this person, here's this person, you need this person. You may have specialized teams for different parts, but it's all kind of being quarterbacked or coordinated by a single point of contact.
Right. And they'll be I would say, the center point of communication. Again, I'll just give you a heads up, you're going to get a call. Then the person's going to be much more likely to answer the phone, not ignore it, not come back to you and say, what is this? And then they'll be more at ease.